to talk about Tesla before the market opens on Monday because we got a lot of movement. We had a lot of movement right at the end of the day on Friday. And now, as you can see, what the prices were doing, it just started to increase as everyone thought that it was going to break down and go lower. No, it pretty much broke past that resistance up here at $312. Now you can see it up there. Anyways, let's go straight over this. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this is financial advice. But yeah, looking at Tesla right now, it did some really good movements. Now, coming over here and looking at the 4 hour chart, we can kind of see something different. It tells a different story than the short term charts, right? Because if you look over here at the MACD, it does look like it wants to turn around and become bullish again. And you can actually see it here crossing and going towards the upside. All these green candlesticks starting to be printed out right there. You can even see the volume down here is starting to increase more bullish instead of a bearish volume. And you can also see on the RSI, we are looking like we want to continue to rise up here now. So one thing that you also got to pay attention to is this wedge pattern here. We're actually seeing Tesla making its way to the top of the wedge pattern, and this is a textbook wedge pattern, right? This always happens in these wedge patterns. Typically, it does get back up here. So we should end up seeing Tesla heading towards $344. And something that almost confirms that is the fact that we're about to have earnings coming on the 23rd of July, which is on a Wednesday. And this is actually very big because earnings is always what people trade leading up to. So we're probably going to end up seeing people buying Tesla leaning up to the earnings because they are getting good news left and right. Well, not good news left and right. Let me slow down there. Like Elon Musk has been doing some things with Trump and it's just been dropping the market. But when it comes to Tesla, we still get good news like the robo taxi. So Tesla makes moves to expand robo taxis in the Bay Area and Phoenix. And this just came out. So a lot of people are really, a lot of people are really talking about this and they're probably going to start buying up Tesla. And, they're just doing this ahead of the earnings. And this is pretty strategical for Tesla to do it like right around this time. But anyways, Tesla is operating a limited robotaxi service in Austin. Blah blah blah. Elon Musk said Tesla will expand the Austin service area and will add the Bay Area in 1 through 2 months. Arizona's Department of Transportation also said Tesla applied for testing approval in June. So they applied for it. They're not approved yet, but we do see that they're going to be expanding to the Bay Area in 1 to 2 months, and then probably gonna get another one inside of Austin. Well, we got it in Austin, Arizona. So that's what we're going to see inside of Phoenix. Anyways, Tesla is making moves to explain blah, 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 blah. On the eve of xAI's Grok 4 launch on Wednesday, Elon Musk actually announced it. So that's what he announced. Larger service area in Austin this weekend, and that robotaxis will come to the San Francisco Bay Area probably in a month or two. So they pretty much confirmed it at that meeting. So we're going to see, and Waymo has deployed more than 1,500 robotaxis in multiple US cities as of June. So this whole robotaxi thing, it's probably going to start causing the Tesla investors to want to buy more Tesla leading up to this earnings report. So that's actually pretty big. Now, we are working our way up. Obviously, this is the 4 hour chart, and the wedge pattern does show that we should be heading up to the top of this wedge pattern. I mean, they usually respect the patterns. And let's see if we don't break out here at about 344, 345, then what we'll end up seeing is us pulling back down to the bottom of this wedge pattern and then possibly breaking down from here or trying to make it again. So there's a few different scenarios that could happen here. We could either come up here to the top of this wedge pattern and then break out, and then we're just good until we get that earnings report. And the earnings report is probably going to end up coming pretty soon. Well, it's on the 23rd. Or we can end up breaking down now and not even getting all the way up here to the top of this wedge pattern. But I don't think that's likely. Usually with patterns like this, we definitely make our way up there. And just looking at the MACD, it definitely looks like we're going to make our way up there. Like the MACD is already going up towards the upside right now. And we can also see the RSI is also looking bullish as well, starting to curve upwards. Yeah, we're definitely seeing bullish movements in the MACD and the RSI. So first things first, we know that this is more than likely about to happen. We should be coming up to 344. Personally, I was trading some Tesla puts, but day trading them. And then I was like, okay, now I gotta switch to doing now I gotta switch to calls because we're going up here towards the upside, right? And that was a scary day, right? The 11th, it was pretty scary. So we ended up seeing Tesla, trying to make its way here and just try to blow past this area. And I was like, there's no way that we get above here. Like it's just I thought it was gonna be a double top. I was like, you know what? I'm going for puts. I'm going for puts, right? And I think I got in somewhere up around here. I was waiting for it and it was going down. And I was like, all right, you know what? I just gotta cut my losses. Not even cut my losses, but make my profit. I made $8 in profit. Look, $8. I was like, look, it has to go down here. I really should have opened those puts back here, but I did it. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And I did it. And I think I made like $8 here. So I made nothing. But it does look like we're going towards the upside. So I think calls is what people are probably about to start to do the calls now. So in my personal opinion, I think tomorrow we should see from 313 all the way up to about 319, 320. Some pullbacks towards the end of the day, followed by another increase in the price, right? And then we're probably gonna go into the next day around like 319, 320. And then it's just gonna keep making its way up until it hits the top of this pattern. So personally, I do believe it will reach the top of this pattern before the earnings date of June 23rd. So, or July 23rd. I do think that we're going to end up hitting the top of this pattern before July 23rd, which is actually a good thing. So, I'm probably going to end up preparing to do some calls. But hey, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. This is what I'm doing. Y'all do your own things, and I will do my own thing. But yeah, this is just what I'm doing personally. We are getting close to being overbought here on the 15-minute chart, though. And probably what that's going to look like is us, pumping up tomorrow, not tomorrow, but pumping up on Monday, right? Getting up to like 322, 323, somewhere around there, 325, and then having a pretty big pullback that ends up bringing us lower. So that will probably end up showing the overbought going into selling momentum, right? And then we should be around here somewhere. And then we can go into the next day and then keep going up with the times and the RSI. So that's usually how it goes. And I'm hoping that's how it will go. So, anyways, this is all I got for y'all today. I just kind of wanted to show that. And yeah, it's definitely looking like it's a bullish play for calls for this next upcoming week. So, again, I'm waiting till it hits around 340 personally. And then I'm going to hop out of these calls. Probably gonna even hop out around here at like 331, just because just to close out the gains early. But yeah, that's my plans here. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys are gonna do, or if you're even trading these options. Hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section, all that good stuff. And also, let me know what stocks you guys want me to go over next, or cryptos. So I'm going to be going over stocks a lot more on this channel because I've been trading options a lot recently. Anyways, as always, I'll be back with another video.